In this section, we are multiplying binomials. So you have to know the word binomials because we explained that in the other section. Binomials means that there's two terms. So two terms. So we're going to multiply two terms by two terms. So you can see here there's two terms, 1, 2, 1, 2. We are going to multiply two terms by two terms. And what they might say in the instructions is they might say find the product. Product means multiply, right? They might say expand and simplify, which means expand would be multiply, simplify means like terms. Like terms. We're always assuming that you are collecting like terms, so even if it doesn't say, we want to always do that. All right, there's two methods to understanding how they expand two binomials. So method number one, I'm going to grab this one, and they're going to say x plus 2 times x plus 3. This is the same thing as me saying that this x, okay, I'm going to color it in pink here, so this x here, it's going to multiply times the x plus 3, so that's my x here, and then we're going to go plus 2, this part here, times the same x plus 3. So they're saying x gets to multiply both of those, and this gets to multiply both of those. It's kind of like if two people are here and you want to handshake both of these guys. You would say, well, the pink person needs to handshake x plus 3, so you're going to handshake x, so x will handshake x, and it will also handshake 3. And then you said the blue person needs to also handshake both of the people in this group, so you would say 2 handshakes both of those as well. So this is called using the distributive property 2 times. You're going to use it once for x and once for 2. So when you expand that out, you're going to get x times x, keeping the equal signs here, x times x is x squared, x times 3 is 3x, and then you're going to go 2 times x would get me 2x, and positive 2 times 3, which gets me 6. Then you collect up your like terms, and you go x squared 5x plus 6. So that's how you would do it using distributive property. Another method is I would take the exact same question, x plus 2, x plus 3, and I would FOIL it. So you'll hear a lot of people using the word FOIL. FOIL stands for, so FOIL stands for first, out, oh, I started to another O, sorry, outside, first, outside, inside, and last. So FOIL stands for first, outside, inside, last. You don't have to write that, but what it tells you is that remember to multiply this way, and I'm going to show you something using some arcs here. So this FOIL, first, outside, inside, last, they call it FOIL, uses this method. First times the first, so that would be x times x, which gets me x squared. Then the two outside, so that if I have two terms here, the two outside ones are these two. So I'm going to go outside, which would be x times there. So this further out and further out. Not the two middle terms, but the two outside terms. So these outside ones, not the middle terms. The outside ones here. X times 3, which would get me 3x. So that's outside. Then it would go inside. So inside would be these two. So inside, so these are the outside, these are the two inside. So you get 2x, so the inside. And then the last term of these two and the last term of these two, I'm going to use a different color. I'm going to use, sorry, I'm trying to find a color I didn't use yet. Green, pink, blue. Okay, I'm going to use a light pink. So I'm going to go over here like this. So light pink. So last one with the last one. So this will be plus 6. And you'll see if you compare this line with this line. So look at the two lines right here. If you look right here and right here, they're the same. So you get the same second line there. So you're going to say this line here. Okay, x squared plus 3x plus 2 plus 2x plus 6 is the same as this one. So you get the same line here. So a lot of people use this little arc thing, which is FOIL, first, outside, inside, last, which is actually distributive. So you're distributing the x to both of them, and you're distributing the 2 to both of them. So either way you think of it, you're going to get the same exact next step. So it doesn't matter if you're thinking FOIL or you're thinking distributive. What you want to do is kind of this, what these little arcs are telling you to do. The arcs are not part of your answer. Okay, the arcs are not part of your answer. They are just part of kind of your thinking process. You do not need to show the arcs. Then what you're going to do is you're still going to collect up the like terms. So these two here, so there'll still be x squared 5x plus 6. You still get the same next step. Okay, so now we know how to multiply two binomials. So binomial with a binomial. Let's practice that a lot because we're going to be using this method a lot. So here, expand, and then verify the solution by substituting 1 for the variable. This doesn't usually happen a lot, but for the first little bit, we get you to verify. So we'll do this one first. Let's do the expand first. So the expand is, we're going to use this. So I will use this a lot. So this 3y times the 4y, do the first to the first. 3y times 4y gets me 12y squared. Then I do 3y times the second one. So it's like distributive property, which is the first outside, FO. So 3y times the 4y is 12y squared. 3y times the 1 is 3y. Then, and I'll do it in a different color just so you can follow it easier, the second term, including the 2, including the negative. So the second term is including the sign in front. The negative 2 times the 4, so it'll be negative 8y. And the negative 2 times the 1, which would be negative 2. And that's it. So this is what I was showing you above here. So these arcs I use a lot. You do not need to show the arcs. So the arcs are not necessary, but this line here, we want to see this. So then what you do is you collect up like terms, and you're going to get 12y squared. These guys are like positive 3 minus 8, so negative 5y minus 2. And you're done there. You've collected your like terms. So you do like terms. All right. So then let's try that 2 more times just to practice it. Again, this is something we do all the time in math. We have a lot of these situations where we have to expand out binomials. And then we'll do trinomials, etc. So this same method keeps going for longer polynomials. So again, first times first, so we'll go x times 2x, 2x squared. X times the last one, x times 3, 3x. I'll do it in a separate color just so you can read it easier. The negative 5 times that, making sure you're grabbing the negative 5 times 2x is negative 10x, and the negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. Okay, and then you collect up your like terms. So 2x squared, this one with this one, positive 3 minus 10, negative 7x minus 15. Beautiful. Let's do that again. So this next one here, I'm going to do it again. I'm just drawing a line so you can see my notes a little bit neater. And we're going to do the first one. So first times the first, like this. Put your equal. Oh, please don't forget your equal signs. I know you're practicing the new steps, but sometimes you forget your equal signs. So 4 times the 6 gets me 24. 4 times the negative 4t is negative 16t. Watch your signs. So watch signs. Okay, that is a very typical mistake that people do, is that you forget to watch your signs. Okay, then, and I do my t's funny. You'll see I do them with a little tail there, so they don't look like plus. So 4 times negative 4 is negative 16t. This one times this one, keeping your negative 2t, grab the whole thing. So negative 2t times 6 is negative 12t. Negative 2 times the negative 4 would be positive 8t squared. Okay, and then we're going to just collect up like terms. You can start with the highest degree, so I'll go 8t squared. Then I've got this one and this one, keeping the sign in front, negative 16 minus 12, so it'll be negative 28t, and then I have the 24. Okay, it doesn't matter if you did it in ascending or descending. You might have had the answer like this. like that, they're the same, they're okay. So as long as it's descending or ascending, unless the question specifically says descending or ascending, you get to choose.